Hello, and welcome to the third update on my shrimp colony. Even though we've already moved into a new planted setup, we are just coming up to the 3-month mark for raising my Neocaridina shrimp, and they are doing very well. In fact, they are doing even better than I would have expected. As you can see with this little shrimplet, I had one of my buried cherry shrimp already hatch her eggs on Christmas Day, and it was already buried again on New Year's Day. Here's the other red cherry shrimp that I didn't plan on buying but bought anyway, a close-up of her eating at the surface and of her tiny little grabbers grabbing grub. During the time I was filming B-roll, this shrimpy actually ended up getting buried as well, just about a week after bringing her home. I originally wasn't going to get anything other than blue shrimp, but I kinda changed my mind, and I personally think it was a good decision. 2 red shrimp purchased in a couple weeks later, and they've already matched the numbers of the blue shrimps. This won't be the case for long though, as she wasn't the only shrimp to be buried. I also found a blue Riley buried, and then there was this jelly with a rusty kind of tail, and then a blue velvet as well. This all happened leading up to Christmas and just after, so we're just about to have a shrimp explosion. If you're excited by baby shrimplets too, why not subscribe to catch the next update? I was trying to get more shots of the red shrimplets that were just hatched from the first batch, and I didn't even notice until after a few minutes of staring at these ones that there was another tiny red one that must have just hatched too. One thing that I thought was pretty neat about the baby shrimplets is how they are almost completely colorless when they hatch, but then quickly get their color as they grow and molt. Here's one of my very first blue diamond shrimps having a snack with the little red ones. They're next to impossible to spot, but I have already seen teeny tiny little shrimp that I believe are blue ones, and by the time of writing this script, because I'm slow, I believe 2 of the blue shrimps, the Riley and Rusty Tail, have just hatched their eggs, and they are just hiding in the crevices of the wood and the roots of the plants. I actually, while recording this, found the last blue shrimp hatched her eggs too. The other big update in this video is the fact that I finally brought home 2 assassin snails as well. I loved their chocolate vanilla soft serve swirly ice cream cone looking shell, and they will help keep the bladder snail population under control as well. After acclimating them, they each had already finished off a small escargot appetizer within just a few minutes. And I'm not worried about keeping them with the shrimp at all, as they really don't bother with them. There's enough food for the assassin snails, and the shrimps are just too quick anyway. I've even seen baby shrimps helping clean their shells. I think these little snails are too neat to just be featured in this video, and I do plan on making a more in-depth assassin snail video soon. For now, these guys seem to be doing great, and to my surprise, have already left dozens of tiny little gifts as well. I thought this was pretty funny too. Just watching my bamboo shrimp trying to use the floating plants to get closer to the flow and getting tossed around. But she didn't even care at all. I've also had some pretty good plant growth as well. Most of the plants in the tank have started sending out runners already, or even fully sprouted new leaves and grown quite tall. I even managed to catch the cryptocorn blowing oxygen bubbles. Something else that I thought was a little weird that I noticed while writing the script and editing, this one little Ember Tetra likes to stay right above the shrimps whenever I feed them. It doesn't ever try to steal the shrimp pellets, it's never once nipped at even the smallest shrimplet, and it was seemingly guarding the corner of the tank for the shrimp from the other fish. It turned out he was just being a little piggy and eating the little particles that the messy shrimps were throwing up. I also decided to blanch some collard greens and feed it to the shrimps, to help with giving them some extra calcium as well. They went crazy for it, and they had the whole piece gone within just a couple of hours. That's going to be it for this video. I'm going to leave you here with the time lapse of the Neos nibbling, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.